this. Hey, welcome back on YouTube. We are attempting to write Doom music. I am so I'm so nervous about this, but we can do it. We can do it, guys. We've done already synthwave, we've done orchestral synthwave, we've done EDM-ish. So we've already stepped out of our comfort zone. Now this should, again, I've been studying this sound for years. So let's get it started. Right. I want an intro to start out with. So let's set up a bus. And we haven't even touched mixing or anything like that. Again, I don't care about that. I just care about getting some vibes going, yeah? Right now. So I'll just like mute the bass. I'm sorry, mute you. Mute the guitars. We don't want any of that. We don't want any shenanigans like that happening right now. Let's mute all of the drums. Let's just focus on getting that build up going, right? So we know that we've selected our first riff as that money riff, right? I would feel like I should start with a choir. Let's try to do a dissonant choir, guys. Let's see. Let's get that going. So I'm going to create a bunch of new folders, right? And I'm just going to throw them into the other stuff and we'll collect them afterwards. I'm going to create like a bunch of group tracks because I know I'm going to need them. Stereo group tracks, just, I don't know, 10 group tracks. My word, this is going to be nuts. Okay, so I'm going to need a folder for our synths. Right, which our synths are going to take. Oh, I'm gonna go over here. Synths, right? Thanks for Horseradish. Thank you for believing in me. I believe in you too. I'm sure you can do it as well. Anything you put your mind to, as well as that writing. I'm sure it will be super awesome. Right. So I've got my synths. Let's create a lead synths folder. Over here, lead synths, right? Let's get a group going. Let's just create a group for lead synths and a group for all our synths. No, actually, I want to separate them out like we did for the EDM track. There's a lot. Oh my God, there's like a lot of stuff that we need to get through, guys. So lead synths. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. Just set them up in the order that we have over here. Okay, we've got our lead synths. Let's add in an instrument. Let's go to our contact. There's a choir. There are two choirs I want to try out. First of all, I want to try out the Labs one because I've heard good things. The Spitfire Labs one. I'm going to send it to my lead synths. And I'm going to just colorize it to vocal. And I'm going to choir 1. Right. Lead synths, we're gonna leave them at 0, but we're going, and proper gain staging, guys, don't forget about proper gain staging. So we got our soft piano over here. Let's go to vocals. We've got our long choir over here. Let's see. I didn't turn on my keyboard. Hey, let's check this out. Let's see how this sounds. Let's see if my keyboard is responsive right now. So we're in F. This is about as low as it can go, so it's instant doom. Nice, Spitfire. You guys are awesome. Hold on. So basically, what am I playing? Okay, dissonance. Let's talk about dissonance. Oh my God, so many concepts. Oh, okay. My brain is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. The energy drink is not helping, and there's so much. Like, I'm so excited, and there's so much I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, hold up. Okay, dissonance. So I know that my key, like my riff, is basically in F. It's actually in D sharp minor, but it has some chromatic stuff. F is gonna be our 0 note. It's the lowest note on our guitar and on our bass. Well, it's not our bass, but you get it. So we want to start out from that. So the lowest note that I'm gonna play is gonna be F. Right? Let me turn this up a little bit so that you can hear it a lot better, hopefully. Yeah? And the lovely thing about this choir from Spitfire specifically is that it seems to have like it changes over time. So happy accidents. But when we want to use dissonance in a way that is not displeasing to the ear, because I have a condition, I mean, it's not an official thing, but this is what happens to me. Whenever I hear something that is dissonant, but not in a sort of musical way, like somebody singing off key or my guitar is not in tune, I get physically ill. And it's not like some snobby thing. I wish I didn't have this, but it makes me just want to, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm keeping my root note, my lowest note, an F. And if we want to use dissonance, we go higher up. So there's the F. And here comes the F sharp. Yeah? At the same time, we want to kind of come in with something else, another note that kind of emphasizes, that plays well with these two notes. Yeah? The D sharp, maybe, above that. So check this out. So low F, F an octave up, F sharp, and D sharp. And that was like D sharp, C sharp, and C. So basically, if you create this bed where you've got one note, your lowest note being a clear note that you can play off of musically, you've got in the sort of middle, you've got like these dissonant, right? You've got this half step of dissonance there. You can actually get away with a melody on top. And this is super important because we're going to be using dissonance a lot in this track, right? To get that sort of musical dissonance and to get that health vibe going, yeah? Okay. So let's write it out. First of all, and I'm gonna actually move this over quite a tad in our project because I want to have some space if I want to do some extra sort of effects or maybe like a different intro or something like that, yeah? So again, we're gonna, where's my low F? Where my low F? Where my low F at? Right, so let's, right. And the D. Yeah. So maybe something like this. Okay, can we keep this going for quite a while? Hey Kodak, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are writing Doom music, or music in the spirit of Doom. Welcome. I hope you like what we're doing over here. We are just starting out. I've talked a lot about our setup here, and now I'm just going. Like I want to get a vibe going, like an atmosphere, sort of dark, hellish atmosphere. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, these middle notes could just chill out for a bit. Okay. Okay. So, this is actually as long as I'd like to make the intro now. Actually, let's get to some bloody guitars, right? Let's get the blood pumping. So I'm gonna, okay, here's one of the effects that we're gonna do. It sounds kind of nice though. Thank you. Yeah. Also, there's another thing that I didn't mention in the setup part. We are going to be doing ambiental and dissonant parts as well. So, like, we're gonna cover the whole gamut. We're gonna try to do in one song what Mick Gordon does in like 2 games worth of soundtracks, as well as the Doom 2016 official soundtrack, right? So it's nuts. We've got a lot of concepts to kind of integrate into one song. So this is gonna be crazy. It's a big project. Okay, so I'm okay with this building up, right? And I can actually go to the volume automation over here and just turn that down a scooch and just fade that in a bit. Right, just so that we can get a vibe going. So this hell choir is happening, right? Yes, Kodak. Staccato strings would work nicely if only this weren't a Doom song. Because since it is a Doom song, we're gonna need to get in. Like, the way I do it is that I would, I think we're gonna try to do the only thing that they fear is you type intro, right? So I'm just sort of bringing this, you know, and just start out with like the guitar and just a little bit. And our intro doesn't need to be perfect. Like, hey, Kodak, thanks for following. Nice, thank you. I hope you like what we're doing. Okay, so basically, I want to start out and just get the guitar going. Now, why did I make that? You're probably asking what compositional purpose does that intro, does that choir actually serve right now? It serves none. But it serves a vibe, an atmospheric purpose. It's getting me into that dissonant mindset. It's getting me into that, okay, this needs to sound messed up. This needs to be evil. It's Doom. Let's do this. And we're going to add stuff to it later and sort of rethink it. It's not an intro yet. It's nothing. We're just sketching it out right now, right? So let's rig guitar intro. Okay. This needs to be a mono track. If I'd only thought of that before actually creating it. Pro composer over here. Why am I importing files? I'm just super nervous, but this is going to be fine. Stereo, mono, do it. Guitar intro. Okay. By the way, did the alerts sound? Did that work? Because it's been giving me nightmares again. Like, the alerts are messing with me again. They didn't seem to work. Yes! Good. That is good. So this is our riff, right? And we wanna get it going. So this is, since this is gonna be like a more special effect type. Okay. Let's unmute the rhythm guitars. Let's mute these bits over here. Let's just get them to the side. We don't need to think about them right now. We just need to get this going. Right? And this is where it should start. Okay. So for this guitar, we need a sort of lo-fi type, really dry, really not distorted tone, right? So while I am going to go for the Tone Forge Misha Mansour, we are going to be using like a crunch and a pretty low gain one at that, right? So let's just hear what this sounds like and let's just get it going. Yes, I did, Kodak. It took me Pac-Man. It's the metronome, I'm sorry. Yes, Kodak, I recorded my guitar. It took me 10 hours yesterday to record sort of 7 riffs, quad tracking, and bass as well, and editing everything. And we're not. I know, Kodak. This is why I selected this to be the main riff to start. And it's not even like mixed yet with the drums and the bass. Like it's gonna. Oh my god, how this is gonna hit! Right, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys are excited. Oh boy, let's do this. Right, we don't even have sound effects. Like all the madness. I can already hear it like in my head fully, and you guys know this. Like. Kodak, you don't know this because you just joined us, but like usually, yeah, it's gonna end up being rather hardcore. Okay, but usually when I start like in this very rough stage, I can hear like the full song, the full production in my head. We don't even have anything on our master bus, like nothing. There is nothing. We are starting from a blank slate. It's as if somebody just sent us like, hey dude, just sent us some riffs and be like, hey dude, can you make a song out of this? And I'm like, sure can. Let's do this. Okay. Right, let's unmute these tracks, and we're actually going to start writing our drums first. I need to import the MIDI as well. Hold on, let me bring in the MIDI files so that we can write our drums properly. And the cool thing about the way I've done my setup over here is that basically... let me mute these and get these out of the way too. The way I've done my setup is that basically I've got a MIDI file for GGD, like for my drum library, good to go over here up top. I don't need to see all the tons of tracks, and it just goes. Okay, so I guess we're gonna do drums now. But first I need to import the MIDI. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, file import. Not audio file, but import MIDI file. No, I do not want to create a new project. Don't mess with me. So Doomstream guitars MIDI open. What will this do? What will this do? It created input output channels? No. It created other stuff in here. So I do not want these VST instruments. They can just go away, please. Can I remove you? Can I hide select? Well, this is awkward. Okay, so I'm just gonna like move these to the other stuff and not think about them. Also, let's move this over. Okay, so here, what we have here is, the MIDI for our sub reinforcement that we're going to be using, right? And the cool thing about this is that I can just look at it and I can be like, this is my drum. I see. Okay, if I need to double check. One thing I forgot to do after so many hours is actually export. It's actually over here. Is actually export the the actual parts of the. What the frick happened? Where's all my other stuff? Oh, it's in the other stuff folder. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's write some freaking drums. Let's go nuts. Go nuts. And here we go. Okay, so I know it's like dum 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 da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum dum. Okay. So let's write our drums. Ah, yes. The sound of unprocessed drums, right? And they're gonna go a bit hard right now, but okay. Dun 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 dun. Right, and we're just gonna set their velocity pretty high, but not at the top. You don't want the maximum velocity on these drums because you want them to sound slightly natural, yeah? There's our hi-hat. Where's our crash? Okay, crash 1. Crash 1 is gonna go maximum. And then we want a super open, bright hi-hat. Now, what VST, drum VST that we're using is GetGood Drums Massive. Modern and massive. Sorry, yeah. That's what we're using. And here's a trick. Like, if you want to add sway, right? If you want to make your drums sound more natural, if you've got like a straight up 4/4 hi-hat, like it's like 1, 2, 3. Look at my hand. This is what the drummer's hand is actually doing on a hi-hat. It's not going 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And that's what you want. So what you do is that you keep that open hi-hat in the offbeats, but you turn it down quite substantially, I might add. And you just keep the other hi-hat sort of hitting naturally. You keep the main hi-hat hitting at sort of normal velocity, huh? So it's like, oh my god, what happened? Oh, somebody left MIDI files open. Okay. And also, we've got guitars going over here. So let's... You're actually downloading a drum VST. Nice, Kodak. What you getting? Can't wait to use... Oh, nice. Yeah, it's modern massive. Yeah, here it is. It's super clean and sleek, and you've got actually quite a bit of choices when it comes to snares and kicks and stuff. Superior Drummer. Yes! Superior Drummer is awesome, but it takes a lot of work to get it to sound modern and massive. See what I did there? I love Superior Drummer, though. Okay, so let's bring our drums up to the other riff, like to this riff, just so that we get to make sure that our notes are sitting pretty. Excuse me, I did not mute my stream songs. What the Oh, it's because I clicked this. Never mind. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Da-da-dum. Okay, so that's... I don't want to do on... Okay, let's put in a 30-second note in here to, like, make it pop. Aw, downloading for 6 hours. Aw. I know that feeling, bro. Dum 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 da da da. Okay, hold up. Okay, so what I'm doing, okay, here's the thing. When you're writing this sort of down-tuned riffs and sort of modern metal music, one thing that a lot of people do is that they sync up the hits of the kick with the hits on the guitar, with the actual guitar riff. The reason for this, because like I hear a lot of let's say previous metal generation dudes being like, hey dude, like, why do you gotta sync up all your kick hits to your riffs, man? Like, can't you be creative? Man, hear me out. Why we're doing this, why us gent kids are doing this, is because we want to feel the punch of every hit on the guitar. It's not that we're not being creative with our drums. It's because we want that attack when the kick, the guitar, and the bass hit at the same time. That's how it slaps. And you know that kids these days like it when a song slaps. Right. Let's do it. Hey-o, Pepelotsky rating, cheers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining our stream. Do to scroll, okay, we're good. Welcome, we are trying to write Doom music. This is gonna be interesting. I hope you like what we're doing over here. Yeah, so you can see that I'm sort of interspersing, like, little snares and kicks in between the main hits, and this is how you make your drums sound like hit at the same time with your guitars, but it also allows some freedom to the drummer to like groove with it, yeah? Okay, so this actually, that snare won't work there, but it should. Ho ho ho! Welcome, Pepelowski. How you doing? How is your Sunday going? Mine is excellent. We are doing music. This is freaking awesome. And thank you so much for raiding. Welcome, everyone. Come on down. Let's make some music that slaps. Yeah, you see that snare is not giving us the groove that we want. If we wanted that groove going, let's think what else. So this is like a really, really offbeat thing to do, but what we could do if we wanted to add in some extra accents, we could try. We could try to add in but it's too much. It's too much. For Doom, it's too much. It's just like, we need to get like a hi-hat, a kick, and a snare going. Let's just do it. Let's just do that. Right? And this is where we could put in our sort of extra hi-hat. And you can see me working the velocities quite a lot in order to give out a more sort of human performance, right? Because like if you have two kicks together, your second one is gonna be a little lower in intensity than the first one, yeah? Yeah, and I'm sort of turning down these kicks a little bit in between the main hits and the snare in between the main hits, just so that we don't have like too many main accents going on, but I want the drums to be involved, yeah? Okay, and this is basically our drums. Yeah. Let's see how they fare. And let's move this up to the second crash. Yeah, okay. Okay, I really do not enjoy this extra sort of 30-second note over here on the kick. Let's just... let's just take that out. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, okay, but seriously, like what genre are we writing? Dude, it's doom music. So basically it's gent, new metal, it's new gent, it's industrial, it's what the heck? What the heck Mick Gordon wants this music to be? This is what we're writing. Oh boy. Okay. So now we know that... Okay, so the drums come in here. Right, let's talk a little bit about mixing drums, because we've got all our elements sort of happening over here. We've got our bass, we've got our guitars, but before we actually start bringing them in, we need to mix our drums a little bit, yeah? So let me just bring all of our elements over here. I'm going to keep them quiet for now. Muted is what I want to say. But just for now. Just because we want to get a good drum sound going, right? And okay, let's look at our master bus. Our master bus, again, is empty. I have nothing going on. Oh, hello, bot. Hey, Iridian Seeker, you want to swing that band hammer around? Big follows. Jesus Christ. Okay. So before we bring in the there you go, Iridian Seeker. Cheers. Thank you for being our mod. Right. So before we bring that in, let's get a good drum mix going, right? So we don't have anything on our master bus. Our gain staging should be done properly. Let's move over to the mixer. Let's do some kick, some snare. And this is going to be like super basic stuff. Hey, Big Bear PC following. Thank you for following. Cheers. Welcome. Okay. So, first things first. We need to EQ. Oh, horseradish, you're gonna make me blush on stream. Stop it. Thank you. I'm not, but thank you. Okay. So first of all, EQ. Right? Let's just get a bit going, and we wanna do this. Right? We wanna just loop this part and this is our kick. If you guys want to nerd out on this stuff, the kick that we're using is the steel kick Q drum. Oh, actually no. It's the Yamaha Recording Custom Birch kick, 26 14-inch. This is the one that I quite enjoy. And this is the cool thing about Modern and Massive. It has a kick sub going on. I don't know if you can hear that. But it has a kick sub mic actually going on as well. This is what makes it sound. You can see that it looks just huge, this kick, right? Okay, so here's the first thing that we're gonna do is that and bear in mind our kick, our snare, and the bass are all in mono. We want to do this because we want to make sure that we're going to be layering a lot of stuff, right? So we want to make sure that our fundamentals, our kick, snare, and bass are sitting right in the middle, right? Right in the middle. Okay. So I'm just going to cut out some of the extreme low end happening over here, and I'm going to take out some of the bass over here to make space for the bass. Take out some of this extra sort of plasticky 200 hertz so that we have space for the snare. And we're gonna scoop it even more because that's how I like my kicks, scooped. And that's basically your kick EQ. Let me actually turn this a bit louder. Did that actually help, or did it make it worse? Let's go back to our mixer. Let's check out our kick sum. Let's check out this. Nah, I like it more like this. You could go extreme and like scoop it out completely, but we'll do that probably later. Let's just stick to the fundamentals. The second thing that we need on this is a transient designer. I don't think I'll use it that much, but I would like to boost up the attack just a tad. Can you turn up the dot to better listen to the sounds? Yes, I can, Iridian Seeker. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So we're just gonna bump up the attack a little bit on our kick, just a tad. Okay, the second thing is that we need some EQ, some more EQ, some additive EQ. So one of the things that I do is that I use this surgical sort of frequency EQ, or that's similar to the Pro Q from FabFilter. It's actually super awesome because it does kind of the same things, but it doesn't actually... Hey, Cubase, you okay there, buddy? Like, if Cubase crashes right now, I'm gonna laugh my butt off. Okay, we're fine, guys. I hope. Should have saved before I clicked that. Anyway, I hope you guys are still hearing me, though, even though Cubase is just going nuts. Anyway, here's what do I want to say? So I'm using the sort of digital EQ to subtract stuff, right? To surgically cut some stuff. And I'm gonna use these slate EQs, which are add in harmonics and stuff like that, to add in, to do additive EQ, right? To add harmonic content to this kick. So the first thing that you guys know that I love to do on kicks is I take the FGN, I boost its freaking high end like there's no tomorrow, and that's how you get this sound. If Cubase would just... Alrighty then. Okay. Woo! Okay. Nice. I'm just gonna cut the video for YouTube and I'll just smoosh it back later. Hold on.